Well, it's been 1 week since we got the confirmation that Universal's Great Britain will be going on in that field behind us. And yeah, in 6 years' time, there will be a Universal park in that field. Yeah. Welcome back to Theme Park Thrills. We're here for episode 2 of Universal's Great Britain series, where we're here on the site for Universal Great Britain. No, we're not. It's obviously not.
We're in the garden.
We're in our garden, but there is a field behind us which looks, well, fairly similar to the Universal field because all fields look the same.
Realistically, if he sold all of this and that bit all the way up to the farm over there, it'd be pretty good.
Yeah, we could just fool you all and go in the field until construction starts, and that wouldn't work really. Wouldn't it be great for Universal
toy diggers?
Toy diggers, yeah, we could do
We
that.
get free entry.
It'd be great if it was in this field, but unfortunately it's not. But it is coming to the UK, so I'll certainly take that. Yeah, we're here for episode 2 of this series, where today we're going to look a little bit more into the concept art, because when we looked at it last week, we didn't really know too much about it and what was going to be sort of in the park, and now I feel like we definitely know a bit more about it, don't we?
Yeah, we didn't do too bad at guessing all the areas.
No, there's a few things we didn't mention that are pretty clear to see what could be coming to the park now, so we'll go back inside in a bit and do that. But we thought we might as well start it out here a little bit different, seeing as everyone else is going to a random field in the middle of nowhere. We thought we would too.
Yeah,
but it really is just a random field. But it's actually garden, technically. And also we have something else from Merlin as well. A spokesperson kind of said something a little bit about Universal, so I'm going to talk a little bit about that. And also some of the kind of something that's been seen by Universal, which may confirm a little bit of the speculation of what will be in the park. Right, so it's obviously been 1 week when we're recording this since Universal kind of released that concept art. Here's a look at the concept art. If you can't remember, obviously it looks like an amazing park. We had a little guess sort of last week at what some of the themes and what we could be getting to this park, but it was purely just a guess really.
Wasn't too far off.
No, this week we've definitely got more kind of concrete ideas of what could be in each of the areas, so we'll go through that in a bit. But I wanted to start off with a little bit of sort of news we've had in the past week. It's on my phone just here. And BBC has stated that James Bond, Paddington and Lord of the Rings are among the brands set to appear at Universal Great Britain. Rides and attractions related to Harry Potter are not expected to be included. On its website, Universal's Destinations has claimed it's too early to know what attractions will be at the park.
It'll definitely change a lot, won't it?
So yeah, it's obviously this is subject to change. Obviously we've got 6 years for that to change. So yeah, but we did expect kind of Paddington and James Bond. I wasn't sure about Lord of the Rings, to be honest, because looking at the concept art, I'm not actually sure where that will be.
No, maybe like that green one.
Well,
maybe
I wouldn't have
like
thought a Lord. Potentially, yeah, maybe a goblin, but I don't know. I struggle to see where it is. I mean, this isn't official. This is just BBC. Well, I say just BBC. Obviously, it is quite a big source to be saying this. But I wouldn't mind seeing Lord of the Rings. Have you actually watched the movies? No. I haven't either. So if we were going to get Lord of the Rings, obviously that'd be confirmed maybe in a couple of years' time or a few years' time. Yeah, definitely have to watch the movies, I think, before we get it.
Yeah.
James Bond, we did expect that to be in the park. That was
It's
probably
going to be like some stunt area.
the stunt show. We'll talk a little bit more about that when we get onto the concept art. But yeah, I mean, it sort of, well, hasn't confirmed what we were expecting, but it sort of just builds on what we thought would be coming to this park.
Yeah.
In terms of Harry Potter not being at the park, sorry if the camera's shaking a bit, it's quite windy today, as you can probably hear as well. In terms of Harry Potter, I suppose a little bit disappointed about it, but I sort of
have in like the UK.
I can understand though at the same time. I don't know about you?
Well, I mean, you kind of got to have Harry Potter in the UK, haven't you, really?
Yeah, I suppose, but when you have got it in Orlando,
but they got like Jurassic World as well, but I guess they didn't want to do too much.
I
Then it would
suppose.
just be like a carbon copy.
Yeah, if they did Jurassic World and Harry Potter, it would be pretty similar to Orlando. Obviously, they're park in Orlando, which would then mean people may not go over there to visit that park. If I had to choose out of either getting Jurassic World or Jurassic Park or Harry Potter, I probably would have gone.
World.
Really? I don't know.
Imagine we get something like Velocicoaster or something
Well,
that's just not on the concept art, like.
Maybe. I don't know, it's difficult because Harry Potter feels like it should be in a Universal Great Britain park. And all the other Harry Potter attractions around the world look amazing. But so did the Jurassic World one, so I'm certainly happy that we're getting Jurassic Park or World? Which one did we? World, because it looks a little bit more less old.
No, the old one would be Jurassic Park. But I think it will be Jurassic World, to be fair.
Is Jurassic World more futuristic?
That's the newer one.
Well, some of the buildings look quite.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose we'll see.
They're kind of linked in together.
With that one, but it didn't mention Back to the Future or anything like that. But I think we probably will be getting Back to the Future.
That one ride.
That Spike ride, which we'll get onto a little bit later as well. And then we've got something else from Merlin as well, a spokesperson at Merlin. So I'll just find that and read that out for you.
So a Merlin spokesperson has posted this statement or whatever you want to call it, and they said, as the UK's leading operator of visitor attractions with a wide range of popular destinations across the country, we welcome the government's support for investment in the sector and recognise the contribution that Universal will make. We've had a significant investor and employer in the UK for many years, and it will continue to bring world-famous IPs to life in our resort theme parks over the next decade, giving even more guests the opportunity to have memorable visits focused around popular brands.
There you go. So it sort of sounds like they're going to try and do a bit better. I mean, they're not really committing to anything, are they?
No, I mean, giving more guests, maybe increasing
more guests,
maybe more rides.
It's so
I saw somewhere, you know, that car park behind Galactica. I saw Coaster Tog post a thing saying that was originally planned to be somewhere for a ride in the future. It was marked under like potential ride area, so maybe they're going to add something there, which would be nice.
When they say more guests, it obviously means they're going to have to add more capacity to the ride, which basically means we have to add more rides.
They're just going to add a few more shops.
So like you say, that's a good place to put a ride. Obviously they'd have to find somewhere to maybe add a bit more parking if it was needed.
Definitely.
Quick shout out to Attraction Source as well for that kind of statement that they got from Merlin there. So shout out to them and Coaster Tog as well. So it looks like Merlin aren't going to be kind of going anywhere. I mean, I didn't expect that to happen anyway.
No.
But it's not. I don't know. Something. It just doesn't sound very convincing, does it? But
no. I want maybe something confirmed in like the next year.
It's sort of exciting to be honest to see what they're going to do. Like, because obviously if they want to keep up the kind of how many guests they're getting per year to each park, they're going to have to add more things and new things to the park. So I suppose in the next few years, it'll be exciting to see what they do. Obviously, because that can happen before Universal opens, because it's not like an entire new ride, a new park, but a new ride could be something that they add. Project Horizon is an ongoing kind of project at Alton Towers, which they get planning permission for. Do you know what that is about? It's like potentially an indoor coaster. It hasn't been fully confirmed. You know where the dungeons are, sort of, Towers. It's meant to be sort of around there. It's been going on for a couple of years now. It's supposed to open originally people thought this year or next. Obviously that isn't going to happen now. So maybe in a couple more years time from now, something like that, you never know. So
wasn't that the one that was supposed to be like really tall, but most of it was underground?
no, that was a Cross Valley project. That was ages ago. That was really a long time ago.
That's the wrong thing,
Yeah, that'd be cool. So yeah, we'll see what happens with Project Horizon. It's gone quite quiet on that for a while, but that will probably be a good thing if they do it well, for Merlin to invest in and bring to Alton Towers. And then of course you got Minecraft land coming to Chessington in 2027. We did touch on that in our Chessington vlog the other day. So that's another thing that's probably be quite a popular IP actually.
Where is it supposed to be?
Where's
it going?
It's, I forgot what the area is called. No, I can't remember, but it's in Chessington, so we're near Dragon's Fury, I think it is.
Okay,
And also,
it didn't look like if I don't know if we saw
No, I
it,
took
but
a
it didn't
picture
look
of
like
it.
they'd started anything, did it?
no, I haven't really started anything, no.
That's like
But
pushing it a bit for a whole area.
Wild Asia, so
Yeah.
that's the video I took. I don't know if you can really see that or not. Something coming 2027, so there you go. And the fact that they mention IPs, I think they mentioned IPs.
IP, so maybe
Yeah, they did mention IPs.
IPs. That's location, isn't it?
No, intellectual properties. So it's like Universal do a lot of IPs, like Back to the Future, and things like that. The fact that Merlin said this sort of, that obviously just means potentially different IPs, but obviously Minecraft is an IP. Obviously we know we're getting that, but maybe they're hinting to something else as well. So yeah, we're going to head inside now and then take a better look at the concept art. Don't know what he's doing.
No.
Don't want to put us off.
Yeah.
We're going to have a better look at that. We might also kind of highlight at the end what we think each area and each themed area is going to be, or what we think it's going to be. Just quickly, obviously this isn't a field that Universal are building a park on, as much as I would love it to be, it's not. But compared to the other field, this is pretty small, I believe. However, this field still looks like pretty big, doesn't it?
Yeah.
From where we're standing. So the fact that Universal Great Britain is going to be, I don't know, like 3 times the size or something, I'm not too sure. But quite a bit bigger is very exciting. It's going to be a big park, this. And to think, like, obviously...
Drayton Manor's much bigger than this field.
Drayton Manor? Well, no, not really. Drayton Manor is a small park.
Yeah.
But just to think, obviously, this field looks the same as... What was that?
It was the fence.
You sure?
Yeah.
Just to think that this field obviously looks the same as the one in Bedford, but it's going to be like, it's going to have a massive Universal park just there in Bedford. Is going to be amazing. It's hard to fathom actually that a playing field is going to have the best theme park in the UK in 6 years' time. But yeah, very exciting. Okay, so we have a much higher quality concept art here than we did in the last episode. I would make this screen a little bit bigger, but it stops the screen recording on the computer, so this will be fine. So yeah, we'll just briefly start with the entrance, because we did do that in the last episode and it's fairly simple to work out. Obviously you've got the globe there, which looks great. It does look like it's going to dominate that kind of area there. You got the sort of where you scan your tickets to turnstiles, just under there, I assume. Can't really see, but I assume that's where that'll be. This building here, maybe some sort of bar or restaurant, or also kind of guest services, things like that. I suppose might go on the entrance. Lots of palm trees and other landscaping around, which will look nice. I think it was Digital Dan that said this says bar backwards though, or something like that.
Yeah, bar.
Yeah, bar. Not sure what that bit says, but well, obviously that might well be a bar there, so that'll be nice too. Then this entrance looks really good actually, very iconic. Sort of similar to most Universal entrances, apart from Epic Universe, that's quite a bit different. It looks like a globe in there, which with assume we'll say Universal Great Britain or something like that. We don't actually know what this part will be officially called, but something like that I would have thought. And then this sort of plaza area. Now in the last episode we said that this might be City Walk. Obviously we are getting City Walk to this park. If you don't know what that is, it's basically this area of lots of bars and restaurants, which you don't have to pay to go into, and this isn't it. It's not on the concept art, but we are getting that, so I suppose we'll find out a little bit more about that at some point. Now this hotel looks very good actually, doesn't it? It's holds a lot of people. Do you remember how many?
500 or
500,
yeah.
500 rooms, I think, so obviously more people than that. We've got the lobby area down here, which looks nice. Looks like a little bit of a kind of metallic globe there, I think there. And you'll get a nice view on the other side of this hotel, looking out over the big lake.
Eating area down there.
Yeah, so the hotel looks great. And yeah, I think this looks like some sort of like viewing area, or maybe a place with some benches where you can eat your food. So that looks nice too. It's obviously out into the water, which is really nice. Then we'll go on to our first theme land. Now this is pretty nailed on, isn't it?
Yeah.
We think it is.
Minions.
Minions / Despicable Me / Illuminations. So I think there's an exact or almost exact replica of this in Beijing, their park over there, and it looks pretty much the same. You got quite pointy roofs on these houses there, which look similar to the Despicable Me movies. And then this coaster in Beijing isn't actually a coaster, it's basically just theming on top of this building. So I don't know if that's going to be the case in this park. You can't see any sort of station really, can you? It's yeah, I thought, why not make it a coaster? I know it probably is a bit more effort, but not loads more before. Yeah, exactly. So all we really need to do is add a queue and a station.
Yeah.
It's probably more to it, but
that in Planet Coaster World.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's going to be an actual coaster or not. I think probably not. But yeah, definitely a Minions and Illuminations area, which is should be very good to be honest, actually. Yeah. And for the families as well. And now, in the last episode, we weren't sure what this area was going to be until kind of the week progressed, and everyone sort of started to say that this building just here looks very similar to the one in Shrek.
Yeah,
isn't it?
the big ogre.
Yeah, the big ogre coming to Universal. And I think that would actually be really good, to be honest. I do like Shrek.
I want them to have an actor dressed up as Shrek walking around.
I'm sure they will, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, they've got lots of actors in the How to Train Your Dragon area in Epic Universe. Yeah, exactly. So Shrek, Fiona, Donkey. What's his name? Has he got a name?
Donkey.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, alright. Donkey, that'd be great. Although
Puss.
Puss in Boots.
They call him Puss.
Do they?
Yeah.
Well, talking of Puss in Boots, that could be in this area now. Obviously, Shrek and Puss in Boots are both DreamWorks, aren't they?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have thought they had two kind of dark rides or whatever it's going to be for Shrek. Maybe an indoor coaster to Puss in Boots, or well, we said Flushed Away off camera, didn't we? But I don't know if that's DreamWorks or not. I'm not sure if it is. Is it might be
Get
Pixar?
flushed down a toilet.
I don't know. Yeah, it would be good though. It could actually make quite a good indoor coaster of that. But yeah, pretty sure it's going to be Shrek in this area. I wouldn't be totally surprised if we're wrong, just because there's not much to go off apart from the building. But I suppose time will tell with that
Very
one.
Shreky.
It does a bit, yeah. So yeah, it's going to be great. Dressed up. Someone dressed up as Shrek. Maybe some sort of animatronic of Donkey as well.
Hopefully they put on the accent of Shrek as well. Would be brilliant.
Yeah. Okay, so coming over here, you're still on your phone then, aren't you?
Yeah.
So in this sort of big stadium, really, it's one of two things, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's either going to be themed to James Bond, I think, and it's either going to be some stunt show, stage stunt things going on, you know, or it's going to be a water world.
Yeah. Now,
Also stunt things.
Yeah.
But on stunt water.
on water, yeah. So Waterworld, I think they've got it in Beijing. I'm not too sure, but I don't think it's really themed to anything. I think it is just like different stunts on water.
It'd be cool to be James Bond.
Yeah, it would be cool. A James Bond themed Waterworld would be cool, but I can't see it being that. It's either one of Waterworld or a James Bond stunt show. Obviously, it does look like there's water in there, but maybe they put that in to sort of throw us off a little bit. You could have done that. Personally, I think I'd like to see James Bond or Waterworld would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I think I'd rather James Bond.
Yeah, I think that's definitely works better in an English park.
Yeah.
For sure, and they could do some sort of like car chase would be quite cool as well.
Yeah.
And lots of different things as well. So yeah, it's definitely one of those two things I think. But it looks like a really cool building. Holds quite a lot of people in there as well, so that'd be cool. So I'm gonna go to this area. Definitely straight away it's a family area, really, isn't it? Now, there's not too much to go off, but seeing that BBC put in that sort of article that we shared with you outside, probably going to be Paddington, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know what else it would be.
Can't really do a coaster to Paddington, can you really?
Looks like
so
you
like
got
the
some
flat
flowers,
rides, and then at the top left, if you zoom in on like that, this looks like some sort of like play park or something like that.
Maybe a walk through.
Looks like a jar of marmalade up there.
Yeah, it is what I thought, and that looks like jam, like a massive jam.
Strawberry jam.
That'd be quite cool. But then I thought this looks like a little bit like honey or something, and so I thought like Winnie the Pooh, but that's owned by Disney.
Yeah, maybe like a texture. It's like the texture on the
Marmalade.
Like
Marmalade,
honey, kind of look the same, don't they?
Yeah. This looks like teacups, especially when you sort of zoom out a little bit more.
What do you think? What shape are they?
Yes,
They're definitely just teacups, aren't they?
I think so. And this looks like some sort of balloon ride that sort of just goes around.
What they could do on the teacups, instead of having the
You're in a marmalade pot.
Or marmalade pot or a bathtub.
A bathtub.
Do you remember that scene?
Oh yeah, when it
Like he's like
floods
going
the
down the
bath.
stairs on the bath. He's like,
Yeah. What was that, number 1 or 2?
the first one.
How many are there? 3?
Right?
Yeah, the third one just came out, didn't it? Paddington.
What?
Yeah.
What?
A couple months ago, I think.
Oh, it's brilliant.
My
I'm
favourite.
watching that.
My favourite one is the one where he's in the prison, isn't it?
Yeah.
Knuckles. Knuckles.
Marmalade.
What does he have on his knuckles? Is it knuckles?
I think it's a knuckles.
Yeah. There you go. A little recap of the Paddington movies in case you haven't watched them. I don't know what this could be. Could be a dark ride, but it's not it's quite a small building, really.
Like shops.
Could be shops, could be a little indoor area, I think, Paddington there, which would be quite cool.
Paddington, like soft play.
Yeah, that'd be quite good. Not that I probably wouldn't go in there.
No.
That'd be a bit weird. But yeah, overall, I think a Paddington area would be quite nice, to be honest. Obviously, it works quite well here in the UK, and well, I like Paddington, so do a lot of other people. So I think it'd be great. Now, this is a bit of a tricky one, I think. Not this bit. This is obvious.
Yeah.
I think.
Jurassic World. Oh, that was Million, sorry.
Yeah.
You got these like drop towers. It's like some sort of like, it's a cage sort of thing, isn't it? Like an enclosure.
It looked quite tall. It looked like it could be. Looks similar maybe to Detonator height, potentially. Similar sort of colour as well, actually.
Yeah.
Obviously you've got the 2 of them. But yeah, all these buildings look very Jurassic World, don't they?
Yeah.
With the roofs there. You've got lots of bridges as well, which looks quite cool. You've got some water down there, which I think is just nice water. It doesn't look like any sort of flume ride, I don't think.
Oh,
So
Jurassic World.
Sort
Love
of,
Flume World.
yeah, sort of just starts there and comes to an end. So yeah,
Jurassic World River Rapids. That'd be amazing.
yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Like coming over the water.
Yeah,
Toilets.
yeah, and then you got, I mean, this just looks Jurassic World, doesn't it? Like,
I reckon it will be some sort of recreation of like their lab.
yeah,
Just a walkthrough sort of thing maybe.
yeah,
Maybe they got some people in there pretending to be like scientists.
yeah. So, and then you got a nice sort of water feature in this area as well. That looks pretty nice. Doesn't it?
Yeah.
It just adds quite a lot of sort of energy and atmosphere to the park. water features like that. You got a little bit more, I think, over here too,
Yeah.
and really nice landscape. So that'd just be a nice little area. Walk through there. You got bridges over the waterfall as well, so it's nice. And then out here, it sort of looks like it says something, doesn't it? I don't know why. It sort of looks like letters.
Oh yeah.
But I can't make out what it says. I really can't.
Something.
Yeah, I don't know what it could be. So in the last episode,
Wow, that's massive.
we said this could be an indoor coaster, and it very much could be. That building is absolutely, like, that is easily the biggest building in the park, isn't it?
Looks so much bigger than the hotel.
Yeah, it does. It really does. Like, it is massive. So
More rooms.
could be an indoor coaster. You could definitely, you could definitely get a coaster in there. But there is also a Jurassic World dark ride in Beijing.
It's definitely going to be the Jurassic World thing.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, it's an amazing dark ride from what I've seen. Like, easily one of the best in the world. You've got so many different scenes and such a high quality as well. So that would be cool. But at the same time, an indoor coaster would be very cool as well. So, yeah.
Apart from the Walking Dead, that's the only sort of fully indoor coaster.
Fully indoor coaster,
Also,
Walking
you've got
Dead.
some indoor parts in Saw and stuff.
Yeah, that is it. Yeah,
Smaller.
potentially Project Horizon, as we mentioned a little bit earlier as well. Yeah. Okay, so now this is a little bit of a tricky one, to be honest. Obviously, you got this another tall coaster here, which looks like it's going to last quite a long time. Looks like a long coaster, doesn't it? Obviously, the station is there.
Yeah.
Looks like, I don't know, is that the brake run there?
Maybe, or some sort of like pre-launch.
I think it might be the brake run. Looks like you come around here, obviously round that into the brake run and back into the station. Obviously the lift up for this ride.
Round, and it goes like underneath this piece of.
Yeah, that's what I thought, comes around here, so you have a little bit
It's
of,
a big station actually.
yeah. So you have quite, maybe an onload and offload area for this ride. So yeah, you have a little bit of like some sort of drop maybe before the main lift hill. Now the lift hill looks really interesting. I just can't really work it out because it looks like on one side you've dropped down and sort of twist round down here, and then on the other side you can see the train sort of there. You come down and it looks like a little bit of a wing over drop. Now this is obviously not a wing coaster, I don't think. You can also see the train over here, so it isn't a wing coaster. I don't know what this could be.
Maybe it's just a second lift up.
Yeah,
Like maybe.
essentially.
But if you look here, it goes down, but then that comes round here. And
Connects
joins-
up with
joins-
that.
Maybe it's just because it's concept art. Maybe it's
Yeah.
like, oh, this is
Probably
just-
look into it too much. I was thinking a dueling coaster, but the station looks like there's only one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It is just concept art. It is difficult to tell. I think it is just one coaster, but it does look like a good coaster. Though. You
Long
look,
old,
yeah, lots of,
it's sideways.
yeah, sort of slightly sideways, not fully sideways there.
It's
Time
like B&M.
it could potentially be B&M, yeah. More. It looks like you've got a lot of airtime on this coaster, and obviously helix over the water would be nice.
Looks like a Mosasaurus roll. Hello. Does it? Or is it like up? It's like,
Does look like
you know,
it
it
goes
comes
upside
like
down.
upside down and then comes back on itself, you know.
Looks like it sort of looks like you're banked round to the left, and then you go
comes
all the
upside
way
down, but then it comes back.
Nice. Look, you're then banking towards the right there. See?
Sort of roll, a bit amazing.
Could be, essentially. It does look like you sort of just go all the way over and then obviously come around into something
Similar
else there.
to a Velocicoaster over the wall.
Yeah, that makes me think it could be Intamin. It looks like you've got two riders in a row, which is also Intamin. In terms of what this coaster is themed to, I wouldn't be surprised if this is literally just a massive Jurassic World area.
Well, it's supposed to be one of the biggest ones in there, isn't it?
Yeah, so is this is more Jurassic World, is it, with the older
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park? So I'm thinking this could be Jurassic Park with the older sort of style. And then if you look at this building here, that's very much Jurassic World, isn't it? It's much more kind of futuristic, same over here. So Yeah, I think it could be maybe Jurassic World / Jurassic Park. At the same time, Wicked's been thrown about a bit. I haven't watched a Wicked film, so
Don't plan on watching either.
don't really. I mean, I'm sure it would be good, but it wouldn't be my first choice. It looks like a little bit like purpley over there too, which is Wicked.
Not a good sign.
Wicked is purple and green. Yeah, so yeah, it could be Wicked there, and maybe this building here is sort of just the sort of like end of the Jurassic World area, and going into the Wicked one there. So it could either be part of this Jurassic World area, it could be Wicked, or it could just be this nice coaster that just goes through lots of landscaping. Doesn't really have a proper theme, if you know what I mean. That would be nice as well.
Not a proper theme, if you know what I mean.
Hey. Very funny.
Yeah.
It could be that. That'd be quite nice. I'll probably take that over Wicked, to be honest. Personally.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. And then coming over to the last area,
Beast.
and then the most exciting area in my opinion, anyway. Right, we'll start here. Now this looks like you've got a stage there quickly first for some entertainment over the water, which is nice. Now this looks like. Do you remember what it's called? In Back to the Future.
No, what's it?
City. Never watched it.
We discussed this on Sunday. Your dad
Right.
wasn't happy with me.
Right, well, you need to watch it. You do need to watch it.
Well,
then
I know kind of what happened.
Well, no,
like the
no,
DeLorean,
no.
And he gets like 88
No.
miles an hour or something.
You
and then
need-
they just.
Yes, but you need to watch it before this park opens. If this is Back to the Future
I
era.
just think it's quite boring. I did start watching it.
But you just to understand fully, you need to watch it. We'll watch it at some point. This looks like, I think it's called City Hall or something like that. I think. Where it's you got obviously buildings on this side and that side, and then here this building does have it's like a clock tower basically. Now this obviously doesn't have a clock on it, so I mean I'm not surprised if that was in there, then it would make it really obvious. So yeah, I would imagine that would have a clock there and be a clock tower, and I think that this spike at the back would line up perfectly with the clock tower. So when the train sort of reaches the top of the spike, it'd be nice if it had some sort of lightning effect maybe by the clock tower. That'd be really cool. I wouldn't be surprised if they do something like that. I assume the station's somewhere in there probably.
Yeah, probably. Maybe like somewhere over here.
Yeah.
Comes around into this lawn.
I wouldn't be.
Goes up.
Yeah,
Switches up. Yeah.
it's a bit of a confusing layout, isn't it?
Yeah, so many switch tracks.
Yeah.
Wait, so it comes up.
Looks like a bit of an airtime hill on the launch, doesn't it?
Launch
That would be
airtime hill, and then it looks like it's got a bit of a break from the launch, and then it comes up, and then this, and then that's it.
Yeah, I don't really know. But yeah.
It switches over to here. I've got it. Go back, and then this track here switches over, and then you come up this S bend, and then you come up
Inverted
inverted
top
top hat into this launch.
hat. Bit of airtime hill there.
Yeah, into this other spike. So it comes up twisted
Twisted spike. Yeah.
and then you twist back down, and then
Do
the
that
track
out.
switch back over, and then you come up here, and then all these pretzel sort of roll thing. It looks like maybe another sort of,
Inversion, jerky
Nice
roll,
roll.
maybe.
and then it comes all
the
the way
brake run.
into the brake run.
So you would be
Case
going
solved.
up that massive spike first. You'd fall back down it, facing forwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't do actually.
Well, you wouldn't dispatch out the station backwards, would you?
Well, no, because it would go up forwards, wouldn't it? And then because it's going to come back. then
Unless
it'll
you
be coming
switch. No,
backwards.
hold on. Hold on. Okay, so I think we figured this layout out now. We both have Josh is going to go through it. So to start with, where you think the station is?
So I reckon the
Obviously.
station's like somewhere over here.
Yeah, because
Where the
brake
mouse
run.
is,
Yeah.
because obviously you got the brake one here. I'm assuming maybe it comes up. a bit
Maybe it's just
further,
like around.
and then it's this like little kind of box here.
around there.
Um,
Which should sort of mean when you dispatch,
little
you do
indoor section.
either an indoor section of a coaster or maybe some dark ride stuff
Yeah.
before coming out over there.
So obviously this is going to be the first bit, I think, where it's
First
outside.
intense bit,
Yeah,
probably.
So you're going to launch from underground into this little speed hill type thing,
Mm.
on a launch as well. So that's going to be good. and then you have a little pause for the launch in this little bit, because that's a switch track. Obviously, don't want to put a launch onto there. Sorry. And then you go back onto the launch here. And I'm thinking maybe up to like 88 miles an hour.
Potentially.
That's I've seen what people say, because the DeLorean, I haven't watched it, but they said it needs to get to 88 or something.
I could see that being the case, but that spike looks absolutely massive. I could see it going faster than 88. So it might be, because I mean Hyperion goes 81, doesn't it? And that's obviously 236 foot.
Well, then
so
that can be maybe
just under 300.
200 something over 250, I think.
Yeah, if it's going to go 88, then it probably would be like 250, maybe a little bit over that.
Or maybe,
but to be honest,
maybe this launch is 88.
Potentially, and that other one's faster.
Yeah.
Because to be honest, if you look at the support structure, if you know top floor 2 at Cedar Point, top floor 2 at Cedar Point, obviously that's over 400 feet. I don't think this will be over 400 feet, but the support structure looks similar. I'll show you that in the video just there. It does look similar, so I don't know about you, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's over 300 foot. And maybe, like you say, the second launch is 88 miles.
Yeah. So obviously you come up this humongous spike, and then obviously you're going to be now facing up, so you're going to come down it backwards.
Switch track's going to change.
This track, maybe this is some sort of trim section here.
Potentially, because you would
very light trims.
Otherwise,
this S bend is going to
just rip your face off,
just kill you. Yeah. So that's going to be
maybe
some sort of
break. So it can break, like launches can break.
Yeah.
You can't if it rolls back.
Yeah, and then you got this S bend into this inverted sort of top hat.
Get a nice bit of hang time at the top.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's why these brakes might be slightly more intense, just so it's like creeping over there.
Yeah, and also for the S bend.
Yeah, like you kind of see on like stealth kind of sometimes creeping over.
Upside down would be cool. I assume this will probably have that fast.
Yeah, bearing in mind it's all backwards as well.
In terms of manufacturer, I think probably Intamin. I mean, the trains there look sort of Intamin
like the track as well.
And it's like Intamin do a lot of kind of launch backwards and spikes. Yeah, and so yeah, they'll have that fast too, which would be nice.
So backward S bend, upside down.
Top hat.
Yes. Doing all that backwards as well, and then you got this like doesn't quite reach the floor because it's going over this bit of track,
nice
so that
pop
hits
of
it into the air time. Yeah. And then as you can see, you've got another switch track here.
I don't even know if that launch there, if that will launch you that much, because you must be going fairly fast.
Probably going to go pretty fast already, because that top hat is really huge.
Yeah.
Another launch into a twisted spike, and you're going in backwards, so you're now going to be facing the floor when you get to the top of it. And then you're going to be like...
So you're going to be dropping down, facing the ground,
away,
and you're going to be twisted. A little bit like Hyperion's first drop.
Yes. And then I'm thinking this might launch you maybe a tiny bit.
Another switch track, is it then?
Yeah. So obviously not going to really know what these do.
Now facing forward.
How fast it goes. Yeah. Because it doesn't have to be as like relaxed now. It's going forward. So you're coming up into this sort of pretzel roll.
Couple of
kind
versions,
of thing.
Yeah.
And then this sort of
Zero-G roll corkscrew.
Yeah. Looks like some sort of Mosasaurus roll, doesn't it?
Well,
like,
yeah.
But who knows?
There was something on the green coast that looked a bit like that too.
Yeah, and then you come around with this. That looks like it's going to be pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Quite cool.
I wouldn't be surprised if you come into the break ones pretty.
Yeah.
Some heavy
Maybe
break.
if they start like here or something.
Maybe.
And then that's where the catwalk is.
There you go. But there you go. I wouldn't be surprised at all if we're looking at the new UK's tallest and fastest coaster there. I mean, I think, to be honest, the minimum it's going to go is 88, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, I think that's pretty nailed on, to be honest. And if it's going to go 88 miles per hour, it's going to be taller than Hyperion, I would have thought. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised though if it goes faster and taller than that, to be honest.
Yeah.
So it looks amazing. By far the most exciting kind of area of this park, I think. So really looking forward to seeing like that spike, watching that being constructed will be amazing as well. So yeah, really looking forward to that. But yeah, a nice little look around the concept art in a bit more detail and some higher quality concept art too. Right, so we had a good look through there of the concept art in a bit more detail than in the last episode. I think we've also got the sort of themes right.
Yeah,
I think.
I hope so.
The only one I'm not sure on is that Green Coaster, to be honest. And I'm not 100% sure on the Shrek one and also the Paddington one, but those two I think, yeah, the rest I think is right.
Yeah.
But I suppose time will tell with all of them really, and I'm really excited to see sort of when they get confirmed, and yeah, so just waiting for that announcement. I don't know when that will be, it could be ages, could be soon, but of course we'll let you know as soon as we get those announcements about the park, and also kind of what the rides are. As much as we got a good idea, and of course we're going to get an even better idea over the years to come. Stay tuned for the next episode, where hopefully in the next episode, probably in the next couple of weeks, a little bit of a gap, not too long, but hopefully we're going to be on site in Bedford where the park will be built. Construction of course starting next year, so that'll be really exciting. I haven't actually been down to the site for that yet, have we? So we'll see if we can sort of see if anything's going on, look at the sort of fencing that's gone up, and just walk around the site and just take in the fact that it's going to be a universal park in 6 years. So yeah, that'll be really good. Very much focused on the concept art today, and also a little bit about Merlin at the start, which is good to talk about. But yeah, stay tuned for the next episode in a couple of weeks, and also a little video from Alton Towers we're doing as well.
Yeah.
Won't say too much about it, but yeah, it's not a vlog, but it should hopefully help you out on your kind of days at Alton Towers. So yeah, stay tuned for all of that. Make sure to like and subscribe to stay tuned for all of these videos coming up, including the Universal ones, of course. Yeah, we'd really appreciate it. But we'll see you in the next video, and yeah, goodbye.